Now, sir, why are you crossing in the middle of the street on the green light? You want to get hit by a car? You want to get hit by a car? Child, it wasn't your time to walk. And then the car gonna just let you walk. Child. I mean, pedestrians got the right of way, but they got the right of way when the green light was green. The green light was red. I almost missed my turn. Anyway. Y'all, I just want to have a conversation today. Okay? However, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLee's Corner. Well, this is JayLee's car, okay? Either way it go, it's the corner of the car and whatever, okay? But this is another edition of Car Conversation on JayLee's Corner. Okay. Look, y'all, I am on my way to work. Okay, I have been MIA on the chat. No, it's been busy as heck at work, so I have not been able to put content out for the past 2 days. Honey, it's been killing me to not do it for 2 days. So my eyes is irritated, and it's so bright outside. However, I will be live tonight. But before I go live tonight, I wanted to come and give a couple of thoughts for who the heck did she marry? Okay, we will also discuss this tonight on my live too. But I want to give some just fresh thoughts out that I can yell out loud, on the way to work. Okay, but y'all don't like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, so a craze has been taking over the world known as Who the Did I Marry? Child, a 50+ parts playlist, video collection of a young lady's. I think she's young. I assume she's in her 30s, maybe 40s or whatever. But a collection of information for her moving in with, having him moving with her, getting engaged, getting married, and then divorcing, and all the stuff that happened. Now, Risa Tisa, child, don't you ever talk so slow like that again. Okay, don't you 50 part us to death. Okay, then I seen since she did the 50 parts, explanation of everything in the detail oriented way. It's like 50 more posts she's made. Now, first of all, I mean, she's smart. Okay. She can pay it on TikTok. Let me do 50 pieces of it. I'll make a whole bunch of money off my page. They say pay me for my page, Jesus. Okay. And so she's smart. She's monetized her way on TikTok. I have not figured out how to get on TikTok and monetize and get attention or whatever because I don't have time. I'm going to figure it out. Now, first of all, I feel like when I kept getting tagged in it, and I felt like, what is it? What is the conversation? I'm like, I don't have time to watch 50 parts. What? I also did not know that you can speed up on TikTok. I figured out later on, around episode 30. But I was expecting this amazing, never imagined story. And when I got through the 50 pieces of it, I was like, this is a regular lying relationship, where one person knew the person was lying and chose to ignore it. Now, the Legion dude is a typical dude lying. Okay, I don't know how he got away with the way he was lying to her. First of all, she said how they met on social media, went out on a date. He was real nice because she had a tire blowout or whatever. He came and helped her. They liked each other. All of this happened within like a year and a half. Okay, starting in 2020, right when the pandemic happened and shutdowns happened, and then, about a year or so later. When she said we met like each other, and then because the shutdown happened, shelter in place and all that stuff happened back in 2020, she didn't want to quarantine shelter in place alone. So she and Dude Legion said, let's quarantine together. I got a 3-bedroom townhouse. You in a studio? Come on over to my place. I said that was mistake number one. Because I don't want to quarantine alone. I also would not want to quarantine with a stranger. Okay? If you met, the world shut down in March. Okay? The lady was pregnant by him in May. Okay? Too soon. Okay? Everything about this screamed, I'm desperate for attention of a man. I want to be, and I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. I'm just saying what it sounds like to me. I'm desperate because I want to be with somebody. He nice. Okay, he paying some bills around here. Let him move in to be the man of the household, and then we're gonna be together. Okay, but I told y'all, everybody is a nice person the first 6 months. Okay, if that man, because he was working, he told her he was a VP or something. He wasn't. He was a forklift driver for the company. Okay, and ain't nothing wrong with forklift driving. Okay, so he had a job. He was just a liar. Oh, I got approval from Chase Bank to get a house for $700,000. I played basketball. I got overseas accounts. Okay, let's put in the all cash offer. I was like, sir, is that the truth? And I got a letter. Okay, let's go get new cars. Okay, I can get a new car for my job. And all this stuff he was saying, let's go do it, and then nothing was being done. It just kept being conversation. They had went and seen 4, 5, 18, 13 houses. Hey, let's put in an offer, and then it wouldn't. It wouldn't go through. And I feel like, again, she saw red flags and ignored them. Okay, she saw all the red flags. Okay, she ran right past all the red lights, and she just did not use her women's intuition that we have to be like, something ain't right. Because at that point, she had already moved him in. Again, met that man in March, found out she was pregnant in May. And I believe, unfortunately had a miscarriage like in June or July. So I was like, man, you only 2, 3, 4 months in. And he already like, now what the fuck is you doing, bitch? Look, already trying to run a girl. Anyway, my point is, by the time I got to like episode 13, I was like, this is a typical relationship of 2 people meet. One person is a complete pathological liar, and the other person just, ignoring the red flags. Because he was paying the bills. I'm not paying no bills except, my phone bill. I'm paying this my stuff. He paying the house bills, and I wanted, he was nice. Most killers are nice in the beginning. So, and again, she's courageous for telling her story of meeting the man, letting him move in her place, and then having hell to get him out of her life. That happened, y'all. Am I getting sick, bitch? That happens. The weather change, probably getting some allergies. That happens a lot. And, all the lies he told, that, he was faking conversations. He made up family members. He killed off people who was already dead and killed off somebody who wasn't dead. Took her to a graveyard. Oh, that's my grandparents. Okay, it wasn't the grandparents. What was not his grandparents. So the fact that he was making up lies, that he was lying about stuff he did not have to lie about. Like, you killed off your ex-wife's daughter for no reason, and she was alive. You made up siblings who did not exist. She had never met his family in person, just, basically like phone conversation. Because at that point in time, it was COVID. So nobody was really, out seeing people in person because it was so he took full advantage of COVID times. And at first I said, well, if he broke, was he doing PPP fraud? Is that what's going on? He wanted me to get because I was pregnant, and so I test drove 18,000 cars, and I finally ended up getting a Nissan. I said, well, that's fine, man. But I just felt like this is a regular situation of you meeting somebody, moving too fast, not knowing who they are, and then they expose themselves slowly but surely. But my thing was, she was telling us how she was catching him a little lies, but she just shows when she said she realized the first house they was going to look at, when he was acting like they was, in escrow or whatever, and was gonna get the house, and she found out they did not get the house, and he kept lying as if, oh no, it's just this, he kept lying, and she knew. And so to get him out the lie, she said, well, let's not move. Let's pause it. Let's work on something else and not worry about it. I'm like, but ma'am, you knew he was lying, and she did not call him out on his lie. And again, I'm a church-going woman. I'm already, crazy in my mind because God's like, girl, you live with this man. Y'all ain't married. I'm like, but ma'am, you was fucking that man too. You got pregnant too. The church let your spirit. Anyway. And I'm not judging her. All I'm saying is we as women have to understand that when we see the dude that's being done, we should just walk away. Like, you didn't have to marry him. Because even though she knew he was a liar, because she had caught him in at least one good ass lie, she still married him. And that's what made me say, well, man, why would you still marry that man if you know he lied to you about buying a house? Then when she said the car she got that she could not afford on her own because he convinced her to get it, that she eventually had to give up because she couldn't afford it. You never get something that you can't afford on your own. You never get something you need somebody else's help to pay. Because if said person stop paying, what you gonna do? Okay? And I was like, girl, look, I told y'all before about my ex-boyfriend who moved into my apartment back when I was in my I'm 43. It's had to be like 10 years ago. I was at least 27. Between 27 years old and maybe 30. A guy I knew from high school, we had reconnected years later, whatever, started dating. Oh my God, we are so cool. Okay, I got my own, but yeah, come over with me. Okay, lasted 6 months. He was a lying, stealing alcoholic. And I had my story time. Mine wasn't on TikTok, okay? So my point is, we all have these stories of men we were with who lied or was not who we thought they were, not who we thought they were. Now, for me, I knew him. I had known him for years. In high school, we were from the same neighborhood or whatever. So, but I didn't know adult him. And I felt like with her, ma'am, you did not know that man at all. Clearly. Now, he don't even know his name himself. So Reese Tisa just has taken over TikTok. Child, I was like, I cannot, okay? So I just feel like, and I'm not trying to negate her story, her pain, what she went through, because eventually when she kept lying about stuff, how this car's faking like he working somewhere, faking like this, faking like that, it all came to a head and she put him out. And he didn't want to leave at one point. You know what I'm saying? He had to leave at some point. He went to jail. He checked himself into a rehab because he was homeless, basically, whatever. She gave him $18 to go get some chicken nuggets. It was all these little things that, he just was, a nuisance in her life because he didn't want to, leave her alone because she filed for divorce because he's a liar. She got in contact with his ex-wife, had talked to all these people, found more lies and lies and lies. But she still was like waiting to like finally put him out. I'm like, girl. And I saw a piece of a live she did after her whole thing or whatever, where she said, you know, since they divorced, she still has not been dating. She wants to go to Paris. Was it Paris? God, she want to go somewhere over the seas. Because, you know, he had promised her, oh yeah, I know you want to go here. We're going to go on vacation. And that was a lie. So, I mean, she was just lied to and just gaslit for over, and I'm not laughing at it. I just feel like be cautious who you let live in your house. Because the reason he kept coming back towards the end was because he was like, you know, I live there, so she can't technically put me out. Which was legally true, but he had a warrant out for his arrest, so they arrested him or whatever. But she ended up moving. Child. We'll discuss it on the live tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm almost at work. So live tonight, 9 p.m. a conversation about this and other things or whatever. I will see y'all then. I just want to put out my first thoughts as I'm driving just to get it out of my head. And then it'll be a more thought out thoughts tonight at 9. So do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. I gotta go. Peace.